Pride Month is an absolute marketing scam, and before anyone thinks I'm against Pride Month or the Pride community, I'm not. I have no real issue with the LGBT peeps showing their pride. In truth, I don't really care all that much about what they do with their lives. What I hate are the corporations who exploit this time of the year to make profit while pretending they care about the LGBT community. Corporations are all about making money for their shareholders/owners. They are not about supporting gay rights or any sort of real rights that fall under the LGBT umbrella. It's like how Activision/Blizzard pretends that they care about Pride Month, but then we hear about all the sexual assault allegations they have in their company. How is anyone supposed to believe they are allies to the Pride crowd when they are not even allies to the women they employ? Same with companies like Apple, Nike, and Microsoft. How are we supposed to take any of them serious when they do things like use child labor or exploit cheap labor in third world countries? They don't do those type of things because they care about people. They do those things because it improves their profit margins. They could make real change around the world. They have the money and influence to do it. But that would require them to actually care about anything other than money. It's no secret that they don't care about anything but making money, so why would they pretend to care about Pride Month? The answer is because it's a great money-making opportunity. They could sell ugly rainbow-colored merchandise and fun things like pride parades and parties to make even more dough. They also do it to gain brownie points with a vocal minority group like the Pride community, because if they can make them happy with all the Pride stuff, then they will make extra on top of their usual profits. It's like why you see Call of Duty, Halo, and most AAA games do extra stuff for Pride now. It's because it puts those games in their good graces. They tend to play the games more happily and then spend more happily too. It's the same thing they do around the holidays. When there is something to celebrate, marketing will try to capitalize on it to sell microtransactions or just plain normal merchandise. That's why they care about Pride Month. It's because they see it as some sort of holiday, and during holidays, they make even more money than usual. The issue is Pride Month isn't some holiday like Christmas, Thanksgiving, or Halloween. Pride Month is a celebration of lifestyles, sexualities, and diversity for people who identify themselves as a part of it. So to treat something like that like it's Halloween is just not a good move, because if you show any signs of being disingenuous, that could cause issues for business. What really grinds my gears about the whole Pride thing, or anytime these companies celebrate any sort of ethical, gender, or political holiday, is just how obvious it is they don't care. And I don't mind that they really don't care, but what I actually mind is that they pretend they do. Pride Month just happens to be when they are the most overt about pretending to support a group of people. A good example of what I mean is when they change their social media logos to the Pride colors. But they never do it for the Middle Eastern pages, and that's funny because the Middle East has severe issues with homophobia and other LGBT discrimination stuff. So if these companies started to support Pride over there in places like Saudi Arabia, Iraq, or Yemen, then they could potentially start to change things in a positive direction. But then again, they would actually have to have morals, beliefs, and ethics, which they obviously lack. It's like Disney adding a same-sex kiss scene in episode 9 of Star Wars, and then cutting it for the people in the Middle East and Singapore. I believe if you add something like that to your movie, you should go all the way with it, and not cut it out for any country. I believe if you pick a side to support, you should support it all the way. Because if you don't, it makes your support look conditional and fake. Two other companies that I am interested in pointing out is Bud Light and Target. They've also been laying low this year about their Pride support after the backlash they got last year. And I wonder, why aren't they overtly supporting the LGBT community like they've done before? Are they only interested in showing support when it's beneficial to them and their profits? And anyone with 2 eyes and 2 ears will know that obviously the answer is yes. They only care about supporting something when it's good for their wallets, not because they actually believe in it. And when there was pushback on Target and Bud Light, they crumbled like a crouton. They couldn't handle the pressure. Now they're not overtly supporting Pride like they did last year because they don't want the same backlash to happen again. I believe that if a company is going to support something like the LGBT community, then they should support them all the way, regardless if it hurts their profits or reputation. Because if your belief can be altered so easily by money and bad press, then you should have never even brought it up to begin with. Companies like Bud Light, Target, and Disney show that when they get pushback, they'll cower instead of standing firm in their beliefs that they were spouting off. If companies cannot stand by their beliefs that they champion, they should shut up and stay neutral, because in my opinion, a company who doesn't take a stand is better than a company who has no spine. Last time I made a video like this, I got a lot of anti-gay people comment about how they hate gays and just the whole LGBT community, and that is perfectly fine. I value freedom of speech and expression. If you are pro-LGBT or an anti-supporter, I want to know your opinion in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and...
I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.